Bant control, like, is he Bant control? Let's build it. Endurance, I think, is one of the best cards in this deck. Really, by this point, you're just a blue-green deck splashing white. So, kind of interesting to see that. I mean, I guess the white splash is pretty heavy if you think Terminus needs to be hardcast. Which I guess sometimes it does. Anyone have opinions on Abundant Harvest? I don't really have an opinion on it. I mean, it exists in the deck, I guess, is what I'll say about it. Yeah, but Anuraag has 20 lands and 2 harvests, which I think if you play 2 more lands instead of 2 more harvests, you'll actually flood more often. So I guess he's probably counting it as like 0.5 lands. So it's like a 21 land deck, but with 2 harvests instead of the extra 2 lands. So that makes sense. I actually think Ari and I talked about this in Modern, that Abundant Harvest is really good in like the Jun Shadow style decks in Modern, but those have fallen out of popularity. But if they ever come back, that's like one of the best cards to put into your deck, I think. If you are into that sort of thing. I'm not the biggest Terminus fan. I think I've said that a lot. Like, I'm gonna leave it for now, but I really, really, really don't like that card as much as other people do. I do think Dress Down has looked impressive from all of the games I've watched. I'll admit I was one of the first skeptics of it, but it's looked a lot better than I thought it would. Uh, Dover guy, I'm doing. I don't know. Basically, I can't believe that it was just 1 week ago when my dad passed. It just feels. It feels fake. It feels like fake news. I'm trying to introduce distractions wherever possible. Like, it feels like a century, honestly. Uh, oh yeah, Shardless Agent plus and Abundant Harvest plus Ancestral Vision does not work. That is for sure true. Alright, 2 Shark Typhoon. Honestly, I don't hate it. Like, there's enough win cons in this deck. And also, I think the way this deck is built, you're actually okay versus, like, the standstill style decks, although you're probably just going to have to crack their standstills more often. Um, One thing I was thinking about is, like, I mean, like, you're kind of soft to Urza Saga, but you're also not because Dress Down kills all of the tokens. But I think the problem is they, like, if you don't have a Dress Down, it's going to be a huge issue for you. But maybe it works itself out, you know? Oh, I think the way Anuraag has the deck set up, you have to play 3 Jace. There's, like, just no good win cons in the deck. Like, you have 7 1-mana removal spells. I don't think it's actually that unreasonable to expect to have the perfect setup for it. Because, like, the problem with Jace is keeping the board clear, right? But there's just 7 mana, like, 7 1-mana removal spells on the main deck, so I think it generally works out. 2, 3. Yeah, but I'm used to like, I don't know. I don't think this is really even that much of a Miracles deck. I think this is just a blue-green, like, mid-range deck that splashes white for removal. I think Dress Down makes sense. Also, there's a lot of, like, goofy things you can do with it. Yeah, Bant or a pile. That is exactly how I would put it. Love Whole Breacher in the sideboard of these decks because it's just I think having flash threats in these decks post board is so good because you don't have to tap out, especially versus like a combo deck. Honestly, I love his sideboard more than I've loved his other sideboards. I guess finally, like, just playing all of the fire cards in your sideboard makes a good sideboard, you know? Dress Down kills all of the constructs. Nah, yeah, I don't think you need another Sylvan Library. And he doesn't have another one anyways. Dress Down, you can also Dress Down into Uro. Like, if you EOT Dress Down, untap cast Uro, the ability is shut off, so it doesn't get sacrificed. Like, it's a fake Stifle that draws a card as well. I guess it kills your Sharks. No, it doesn't. They're XXs. The power and toughness is set on the creation, right? Like, it's not actually ability, so never mind. That actually works out fine. Dress Down Dreadnought when? Well, I don't want to put Phyrexian Dreadnought into any of my decks, so never? Question mark? I don't know what these canness. Can we do better? Do I have to play Canist? I would not play Phyrexian Dreadnought. Like, I just do not think you need to do that, and you can just do way better. I also think you don't need to splash red, so you can have like a decent mana base still. I saw some people did that, but I just think that's like asking for a lot of trouble, where you don't gain that much. That's the correct number. The fourth ending is in the sideboard. I love it because I think having just a bunch of 1-mana removal means, like, if you have 8 1-mana removal spells, if you have 8 1-mana removal spells and 3 Terminus post board, like, no creatures are going to live versus you, so it should be working out. Saga into Dreadnought. Yeah, Mossfort Bridge. I played that deck a long time ago. It was called Aeon Bridge because the idea was to use Dreadnought to turn on Mossfort Bridge to cast a called Aeon's Torn. It kills constructs. It also lets you cast an Uro and it won't get sacrificed, so it does both of those things. I think it's good. Prismatic Ending is just such a huge upgrade for this deck, I think. I was really impressed. Anuraag did nail the evaluation on that one. I have to give him props with that. You can blank EOTs with it. What does that mean? Do I want to change anything? Oh, ETBs. Got it. Teenage subs? Whoa, 14 months. Welcome back, Seebs Biscuit. Alright, we gotta open a chest for you. Was anything? Probably. It is, in fact, not. Sad, because I think that card's sweet. Yes, Dress Down plus Uro from hand is like the killer. Well, if Dress Down's not good in the matchup, then it does something, you know. Oh, Bandon Commander? Well, Hullbreacher's Bandon Commander too. Anyways, one thing I was gonna do was I was gonna check the mana base. All right, 3, 8, 11. Wait, 3, 8, 9, 12, 14 blue. That's like one low for my taste. Green is 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 green. 4, 5, wait, 4, 6, 7, 8, wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 white. I feel like this deck is a blue source short. 9? No, it's only 14, right? But you have to play the Caracas, I think, because Caracas is really good. I guess Abundant Harvest is like half a blue source, or however you want to work out the math. I think you want another blue source, is my instinct. Well, you don't want to add a land, so maybe it doesn't work out. Honestly, I wonder if I can get away without playing Savannah, even though, like... I probably have to play Savannah. I hate it. I mean, I think the reason you have to play Savannah is versus decks where you're not getting wastelanded. It's so good to be able to fetch, Trop, Tundra, Savannah, because then you're just never gonna have color problems. The cards I'm least happy about in this deck are Terminus and Savannah, I think. And I would like another blue source. Anyone have any suggestions on how I can fix this? I like almost everything else, I think, which is kind of crazy. All right, Karate Dom had the exact same mana base. Oh wait, no, Karate Dom. 8, 9. Karate Dom has another blue source. Where is that coming from? Nine. Oh wait, no, 9. Oh, no, it is 15 blue sources. Never mind. I think Force of Vigor is really, really, really good. And yeah, collateral pitching to both of your pitch cards would be good, but I don't play Force of Vigor in this deck. The pitch card thing I think has been really interesting, especially in Modern. Like the Elementals deck, all of the pitch elementals are elementals, so that's been an interesting thing to see rise up. Like Horde of Notions is obviously the best pitch card for that deck, because it's also great on the front side with all of your other stuff. Yo, the Tonic Booth, thank you for 30-month resub. Welcome back. Let's get some Jarvis claps for the Tonic Booth. And let's get a chest, I guess. These cards are not worth anything. Getting bamboozled for all my chests. Yeah, no. I guess if it's 15 blue sources, I'm actually happy enough. I just miscounted like 7 times. I don't know how I managed that. But let's go. Anyways, welcome everyone. If you're new to the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do. It is very much appreciated. If you really want to support the stream, and you have Bezo Prime sub, hit that sub button with that Bezo sign probe. But if you don't have a Bezo sign probe and you want to sub as well, that's also welcome. You know, we aren't We aren't exclusive here to how you sub. Okay, what's up, diluted fruitcake? Alright, let me get this into CBL, because that is one thing this channel does that other channels might not do, which is we actually update our CBL in this channel. Anyways, don't really feel like playing music today. Also don't feel like wearing the headphones, so I'm not doing it. No, you don't, Seeb's Biscuit. And if that makes you sub more often, well, I'll continue to update the CBL deck list. Can someone tell me if it's actually updated? It is hot in my room, so I have to turn on a bunch of fans though. It's 93 degrees outside, and it's supposed to storm in a bit. Oh. Alright, looks like we got the deck. I've not played a match with this Bant deck, but seems relatively intuitive. I didn't explain any of that actually. The answer was I copied Anuraag's list and it looked good to me, Wolf and Joe. So yeah, not very exciting. I mean, if it looks good, I'm not going to change anything until I play some matches with it, because I think that's not what you want to do. It's not net decking, it's confirming other scientific results. Because, like, the basis of science is to confirm or you know, have repeat salt or peer review, yes. Probably supposed to keep, but there's ways this could go way bad. Really want a second land, obviously, but I'm just gonna go Strand Go. If you draw a land, it works out extremely well. I think I'm just gonna plow it. Unfortunately, I have to get a Tundra, which kind of sucks, but whatever. The goal in this matchup is to get enough lands where I can just cast all my spells, and I'll probably be okay. That was actually pretty good. I mean, there are certain scientific things about deck building, and there are also certain non-scientific things about deck. So, two goals in this matchup. Use Terminus to clear out a board. I probably wouldn't have plowed if I had a Terminus in hand. Also, I think I'm just going to let that hit me and just kill the Germ token, probably. I Brainstorm end step. If I hit a land, it's really good. If I don't, not great. But I think the upside to hitting a land, or even two lands, is really, really worth it. That actually makes it really good. I think I'm gonna just try to like get them with this Terminus, and not fetch. Sucks. Okay, cool. So I do kind of get them. I mean, obviously I want lands, but I'll take 5 happily, deal Terminus both of these away. Because, like, I don't think the other Equip 7 clause is going to come up in this match, most likely. It didn't psych them out. They just had to stop at beginning of combat, which is correct to do, you know? Okay. That actually ended up not great for me, but whatevs. Maybe I'll find another land. Definitely need to find lands. Fuck. Well, I can kill things slowly at least, but it's not great. Missing a land there, I think it's probably gonna lose me the game. Yeah, I'm probably dead now. So, I think maybe you should just kill the white source, actually. Actually, what you should have done, and I'm pretty confident is correct, is you should just pre-combat the prelate. Because, like, suppose you get the prelate down on 1. I guess actually it works out the same either way, never mind. I was going to say that, like, prisoning out all of the plows with your prelate probably is thing that you're interested in. Anyways, I'm just gonna kill all of their stuff and hope, like, I just need to draw lands. I need to find time to draw lands as well. Alright, well that's bad too. Alright, probably cold this game. I basically lost when I didn't draw lands, which sucks. I'm so far from casting Jace that I might as well just do this. You know, like, it's basically impossible to cast Jace under this scenario. So it's like debatable if you should flicker the recruiter or even play the flicker with Terminus? Terminus would be insane here. I'm gonna take a risk because I just need to find a mana source anyways. This works out much better if you hit a land off of that to be able to kill that. Right, that's like kind of the punishment. Because now I take 9, go to 1. But I was at 7, so if I took 4, I was basically going to be dead in 2 as well. Well, it technically does, but it evens out, essentially, is what I'm saying. Because, like, now I can't really draw anything, you know? Book Wisp is really good with Culture Complete, though. That's, like, an observation that hadn't really struck with me. So I play this and nothing happens. Great. My lands being awkward, Delver guy basically killed me. Basically, the first land had to get a Tundra, and I also kept a one-lander, which is a little bit sketch. But I don't think it was that sketchy. I think most people would keep that hand, like, correctly so. No, because they're equipped, right? So the base power gets set to 0. But oh wait, does it? Does dress down kill germs? Judge. I need a judge. Maybe it does actually. Actually, if it does, then oh, it does not. Okay, thank you, judge. If you're a judge. I'm not actually a judge, Delver guy. So no. Um, I need these shark typhoons. I think I can cut one dress. Maybe I want all the dress downs actually. Maybe endurance isn't that good. I can probably cut the third arrow. It's like not that good, and I should have the last ending in as well. No one's a judge anymore? I don't know about that. It might be difficult to beat Caracas without Shark Typhoon in my deck, actually, so that's something to think about. Null Rod EE is kind of a weird combo, but whatevs. I think this is fine. I don't know enough about the Judge program anymore. I think if the equipment gives an ability, then it loses ability, but Power and Toughness is not an ability. Here, I think I'm just gonna bottom the Endurance and just fetch Island and Ponder. Honestly. This is the game where I'm gonna just try to only fetch basics. Perfect. Layers are shit. The answer is always layers, isn't it? If you don't know what the answer is, it's always layers. But it's not layers this time, I think, no. Am I a pay 8 sort of person? Yes, is the answer. I mean, what kind of fool wouldn't pay 8? I don't know. Boo. Lame. I think I actually am gonna plow in step. So there's a few dangers here. Spirit of the Labyrinth is a real danger here. How do I play around Spirit? Probably just Ponder. If they Spirit me, that's fine. They don't have it, so that's really good. So I'm gonna kill the Vial to make the game easier to play. My top card's Plow, so it's like also good enough, I think. Because like next turn, I'm hoping to just Plow plus well, play Jason to Plow, I guess, is the answer. Well, I guess they might go after my mana this turn. Not necessarily. What if they had Batter Skull in hand too? Like, I don't think I ever beat them just by dealing them 2 points at a time, you know? Force is actually good, I think. And so the explosives is decent too. I think I should just keep both. I'm just trying to get a clear board for my Jace, essentially. So the plan is to, if they play something threatening, force it. If it's just like a 2-drop, I'd probably just let it go. So you announce for 1. So you just do this. I guess the question is, do I play around Disenchant? I don't think anyone plays Disenchant anymore. So I think I actually should just fetch now, because, like, basically I know I don't want to get Savannah because they have a Wasteland. It does suck that it cuts me off white, but just reality is the Disenchant thing, I think, is just way too punishing. I'm going to take 2 extra so they can't play a 2-drop post-combat. Because I think it just gives them too much leverage if I just blow it inside combat and they just play another Thalia or some shit like that. Oh yeah, or just bounce the Rockets and replay. That sucks. Um, Actually, no, I figured it out. I just let it resolve. They target that. I pop explosives end step, untap, and hope. Wait, what? Oh, it looked weird for a sec. Maybe I had to force, actually. So, land plus plow. Good. I fucked it up. Yeah, no, I should have. No, that was frustrating. I think the matchup should be good. I can't answer both. Because this is during my upkeep. Prismatic Ending is a sorcery. Like, this gets ported, I can't cast anything. And then I'm dead. Oh... I think that matchup is actually good for this deck. Or it's at least fine. But obviously it didn't work out well that game, that match. Just drawing too many non-basics in game 1 killed me, I think. Like, no, basically I had to fetch Tundra is the actual issue. I guess maybe I didn't have to fetch Tundra, but... whatevs. No, Bant's mana is definitely, like, stretched. I think it's tolerable, but it's not... it's not great. It's why I don't actually side out Wasteland versus deck, really. Like, because there are just too many games where they have to fetch non-basics, you know? And they, like, you get them with your Wasteland. Right. Well, I definitely want the Jace. The question is if I want the Plow. And the other question is if I will want the land, but... see what they do. Yeah, Teferi's response is like a classic, but... I don't think you should play more non-basics. That leads to a lot of problems, to be quite fair. My top card's Plow? I guess if I play a fetch now, I can see if I'll need to draw the Plow or not. What's up, Fine Gersh? Hope you're having a good one. I'm just trying to vibe. What is going on? Why is my opponent discarding? I guess I'll draw the Plow. I guess that is okay with. I played Teferi's response before with Cunning Wish. Cunning Land still. Alright, and if my friend's gonna discard a bunch, I'm okay with this. And then I'm gonna wait until I draw Uro to do that dress down. I don't really want to cast something because it'll just let them use their Force of Will. Hmm. I think I'm okay discarding Prismatic Ending, actually. And I'll just EOT Endurance and see what they do. The Plows are more valuable to fight Uros. Oh shit, I fetched the wrong land. Whatever. I'll cast this now. So what's up, JW? Hope you're having a good one. Right, this Plow sucks. This Terminus also sucks, so I'm just gonna put them away. No Forest, I think. So you can also use Endurance to cack your opponent's Uros. Snowlands because Anuraag had them, but obviously it's probably to just bluff Snake, yeah. Plow still sucks. These are mostly great. I think I'll just cast one Endurance. I'm gonna target them because of Uro. If they force it to prowl it, I do not care whatsoever. This is just like an irrelevant card. What do you think they're doing here? For a second you forgot Asteroid got the bop. Yeah, it got the bop for sure. Bop. Sure. Okay. Maybe just do this actually. Yeah. Thanks for the dress down. Now I can like probably start casting like, or I can hard cast counters on things. Like if they go for like a prismatic ending on 3, I can like cast force mitigation on it and not really feel too bad. Because like kind of ahead right now. You're off dress down. I mean, I think it swings both ways, right? What's up, Ryan? Hope you're having a good one. I mean, dress down's good versus constructs. And dress down's good with your Uro. Yeah, I mean, this is not my favorite deck, but I'm doing it for science. Ryan. I feel like they're unfathomably dead. Crazy. Attacking first. Puts them to 9, which, if I draw a land, is among the worst draws. But I'm just going to slam Jace and hit them from every angle. Alright. Or they'll concede. The dress down letting me resolve Uro was really good for me. I think they shouldn't have cast dress down in response to my endurance. Do I actually like to play Legacy? I mean, I enjoy Delver. I enjoy Lands, even though I think Lands is not particularly good. I was gonna say one other thing. I forgot what it was. Yeah, it kills all constructs. And it's good with Uro, so it's like, it makes sense. I think Endurance is kind of like not very good, honestly. Painter's fine. I mean, it's fun to play, yeah. Oh, yeah, Terminus is worse than Plow. But I don't even want all the Plows on my deck. I probably want like 2-ish. Kind of wish I had another good card for these mirrors. I guess I'll just leave in Endurances because they flash, but it's not great. I mean, I think I want two. I guess maybe I don't even actually. What if actually, what if I cut them? Side in an Endurance and a Fluster. I think Terminus sucks. Seems fine. I don't like explosives for the enchantments because they just cost too much mana. I don't want to tap out for like 3 mana to kill like a Carpet of Flowers or whatever. Terminus is fine. I don't think it's really better than fine, but it's definitely fine. I think Verdict also has issues though. Like, I think both are like kind of like meh, but you have to play some if you want to play Bant. And the question is, which one do you think you can get away with? I suppose is the answer. Like I don't know. It's like kind of a weird. How do I put it? I think Engineered Explosives is really good right now, actually. So that tracks. Right, always keep ink. That's part of its plan. It's also just a flash card. Like flash threats are good. Probably just playing the Savannah now. I think Hull Breacher is good though. I think I can get more value out of this Fluster later. I'm just gonna sit on it. Alright, change my mind. Feels like they're weak. I'm gonna actually Fluster this one. It sucks I'm giving them 1 mana, but whatever. We'll survive. I feel like they don't have a land. That's why I'm doing this. Damn. Alright. Maybe I got debated. Okay, I was right. They didn't have a land. Yeah, Fluster Storm was in Modern Horizons, technically. It was like the additional, like, box topper, whatever, how you put it. It wasn't, like, actually in the packs or whatever. I'm gonna fetch 28. Oh shit. I played the wrong fetch last turn. Hope it doesn't cost me. Because, like, this should have fetched forest, actually, to... But now I have to get plains. Plains is really bad. Whatever. Anyways, I want to put pressure on them. Buy a box promo, yeah. That's what it is. Targeting them because of Uro. Feels like they have dispute or force. I don't know why I feel that way, it just feels like it. That's why I didn't play the Jace. Even though, like, this is not very commonly played, but it just felt so much like it. Because, well, actually, I think they should have left up Tundra anyways, but... Turn off auto quality? Is something happening with my stream? Remember when I thought they were land light too? And I just was like randomly correct? That's kind of crazy. Alright. You have 2 Llanowar Elves opponent. I guess they're Birds of Paradise, actually. They have Uro. I see. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe someone else can help you. Chat. Blue-green paradigm shift? That one's really not good. Honestly. Yo, what's up, Fornia? Hope you're having a good one. Oh, this is interesting. How do I play this? I don't want to put Hull Breacher in my hand and force underneath it, so I think I'm going to do that. If I really need to force, I can cycle Shark Typhoon. I have to give them mana, but that's fine, whatever. What's up, Fornio? Let me know if I should open a chest for you. Remember, if you sub to this channel, I will open a chest. And let's also get some Jarvis claps for Fornia resubbing. Jarvis clap, Jarvis merit, Jarvis math. There's a lot of good emotes there. Maybe I should get a Jarvis Pog emote. Yo, Ryan, welcome back. It's been a while. 7 months, so that's still a lot of support. Where's Pogwood for your emote? I'll work on it. Also, a hype train is close, chat. You could be hyped. He gave me spam emails about like society rooftop party at 9 o'clock. Oh, ran about something MTG related. I don't know. I don't really have anything. No. I want to draw this forest. Play a land as they go. It looks like they have hardcast Force of Will. That's why I didn't really want to cast Wall Breacher into it. Hype train? No, it's just like it's just hype, you know? Um MTG related. AFR I have not really liked as a draft format. Been pretty awful, to be fair. How do I think hedgers can make an argument that alters? They can't really. That's just the metal thing, the Dungeons and Dragons like manual look thing. I mean, you really can't say that altars are not allowed anymore, like with a straight face, in my opinion. It's just like ludicrous, I think. His endurance really warped this mirror a lot, actually, for better or worse. So you want to cast it now to see if your Whole Breacher resolves, because now I might force that Uro. Apparently, I think maybe it's just better to let it go and Jace bounce it. Not sure. I think I'm just gonna Jace bounce it, actually. Yeah, but I mean, not all of the judges would agree with you about Amonkhet, to be quite fair. I think that just can go too wrong in too many ways. I think it's just too aggressive. Like, I don't know. I don't think I need to do that. I think it's like an unnecessary risk. I kind of like that as a pitch card for my force instead of the other one. Also, this person has Dispute in their deck, which most people don't play. I have 2 plows in my deck. If I had more plows, it would be reasonable to try to dig for it. Still gonna bounce though. I think next turn I can just untap and brainstorm and try to like. I mean, obviously they'll be able to play and recast the Uro. Not great. Other thing I could have done was actually pitch the Shark Typhoon, but I think there's a real chance that hard casting it will win the game, or cycling it for a big shark will win the game. Those were options potentially. but it's just like I think the Ponder is not that valuable. Hardcast. Twitch chat all wants one thing, and it's disgusting. Shit. They have one. No, I'm not chicken. Shark Week enthusiast. No one having how do I put it? No one having disenchant in their deck for these mirrors makes it a lot weirder. You hardcast a Typhoon last night. It was turn 4. You had 2 carpets and a Jace on board. That's probably enough to win the game with, then. Had to guess. Arrow is a hell of a card. I'm gonna say. Alright, let's see who's better off. Jace. Gonna look for the plow, I think. Even Prismatic Ending would be good, so. Two ending, or 4 ending, 2 plow. That's 6. Run the numbers. Wrong one. 46 cards left. 6 outs. 3 cards. Oh, 1 or more. 35%. Not great. I think I have to, though. It's like really not great for me, though. Interesting. What do I do now? Probably the endurances go back. In white, blue. Seen 6 colors of mana. Oh, joke's on you. I don't have 6 colors of mana. Maybe I'm supposed to have explosives in, actually. I mean, I don't really like it on rate, but it would be a way to get out of this situation. I question if you need it though with all of these prismatic endings in your deck, though. Like, isn't that that's like the counter argument though, right? Very red. I mean, they might not have a bunch. This might just be a mirror where they just have exactly as many as I do, right? They've just happened to draw them all. It kind of looks that way, honestly. I think I'm gonna lose to... Okay, they have more carpets than I do. They just have like an inbred deck. I guess maybe with 3 carpets I do want EE. Ross, I didn't lie. I told what I perceived to be the truth. There's a big difference there. Right? I don't have EE in my deck though, Jacob. So I can't do that. Maybe they'll time out. I'm up like six and a half minutes. I don't know. Maybe they'll do something stupid and I get to like sneak out a win. It's like so unlikely, but it's hypothetically possible. Playing this Jace does actual nothing, so I won't. If I had a... You find a curse idol, we could venture into the Tomb of Annihilation and kill them. Not gonna lie, I don't remember all of the modes on all of the dungeons. I just know the Mine of Found Delvers, stage 1 is Scry 1. I've literally never ventured into a dungeon past that. Mostly because I don't really enjoy the limited format that much. I'm like 3 drafts deep and I think I've had close to enough of it now. Oh, so they do have a plow in. Maybe they fetch? Seems really unlikely, honestly. Just gotta draw Vapor Snag. That's hard because I don't have Vapor Snag in my deck. Yeah, I would also right click attack all. I'm gonna cycle and block the 3/3 shark, I think. Alright. So I'm gonna keep them guessing if I have Terminus or not in my deck. Like I'll cycle just for enough to leave a white up to bluff the Terminus. And just like the reason to do that is not that I actually have Terminus in my deck, it's to balance my range so they don't know what's going on. Yo, what's up, James? I see all of the angles and all of the angels. Also, actually, actually it is lethal. Never mind. Hold on. Maybe I'm supposed to cycle for 1? Block, 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 block. Okay, actually I'm supposed to cycle for 1. That also does the same thing, essentially, but... Alright, cool. I guess I'm dead. It's okay though. Do I live? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what happens? Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What happens if I walk like this and plow my own thing? Essentially, I go to 1, then try Jace bounce that. If that's better. I think that's actually better. We're going for the win, chat! We're going for the win! It's probably not gonna work, but we're going for the win! It's like actually almost impossible for it to work, but it's better than being 0%, you know? Rats. Jace bounced the token would have been lethal, but they had a fawn. They also only have 5 minutes for game 3. Alright, game 3, I'll be on the play. I don't really want more plows in my deck. Like, honestly, plow is still not good versus their deck. I want the explosives, I think, though. Honestly, I might cut a plow. Actually, the other thing I could do is just pretend it's going to go to time and just play super defensively. Like, okay, so hear me out. This is not an advisable strategy IRL, but you should play the game within the restrictions of the client, which is our opponent's low on time. The most likely way they beat us is by beating us down. I'm going to sideboard in a way that's not exploitable by that. Which means, what do I not want in my deck? Sylvan's still really good, I think, though. Reality. I don't really want to cut Jace either. Maybe like Abundant Harvest sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's... I guess it's like part of the mana base, though. Alright. I am gonna cut Harvest. It's like Harvest versus Carpet. I mean, this might be wrong, honestly, but... I like my other cards if the plan is to just make sure they don't kill me with beatdowns. Because, like, they only have 5 minutes. Actually, they have less than 5 minutes. They also played unbelievably slow, so... Yeah, that's obviously good enough. It's Typhoon, and maybe I just redraw the plow, actually. That might be better. Let it go. It eats so much time anyways. Now I am less inclined to redraw the plow, to be fair. Ross, tell me I'm wrong, though. Tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. What? Do you actually believe I'm wrong, or are you just saying that? I did ask you to say it, that's true. Alright, I'm just gonna main phase this whole breacher because they have shields down, and I can use my carpet mana this way. Well, you can't pay 8 every time, so... Give me a blue card off the top. A good blue card. That plays, actually. Oh, why did they have a stop in my draw step? That seems unbelievably awful for them to have a stop in my draw step in this scenario. I'm not gonna main phase it. No. I mean, I'm now one short in the race, so maybe if I had main phased it, I wouldn't be short. Yeah, actually, maybe I was supposed to main phase it. I think I fucked it. Should have main phased it, actually. Fuck? Why did they fetch a forest? They have another in turns, I guess? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Interesting that I sided on Forza Vigor. That's really interesting, actually. I don't understand what's going on. Why did any of this happen? Really? Shrug. All I'm gonna say is shrug. I don't understand why I didn't die, actually, but that's okay. Alright, thanks for everyone being here. We're 1-1 in this week so far. This is not my favorite type of deck, but it's definitely fine. Maybe it's even good. If you're new to the stream, hit that follow button. Appreciate the support, and that's free to do. And I'm gonna use a bathroom and be right back for match number 3. Alright. Important question for chat. Do you prefer the no music or the music? I guess I can start a poll to ask that real quick. See if I remember how to do that. You prefer music? Okay. Set it for 100 because I'm just curious because I think people do have different preferences. Oh, I didn't actually update the deck name on the overlay. What? Remember to do. Two for music, huh? Let's see. Alright. I guess it feels like the empty airtime, and there is some of that. Is it a keep? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've played some storybook crawl. I mean, the problem is like one of the weeks where it was like getting really popular, I was not feeling great, so I didn't play that much of it. But now it also feels like maybe that time's passed me by. It's fine. It's an auto battler. Um, man. All right. Do you keep chat? Like, since so like. That hint. This is fine. I don't know. I just see Anuraag never mulligans. Wait, what? That? What? Opponent just F6 their first turn. What? The hell was going on? Did I confuse them? I might have confused them. I don't know what the hell was going on. Land, sure. Not want to draw that forcible. Well, they were on the play and chose not to mulligan. If their mana was dredge, A, they should draw, B, they should basically never mulligan. Two for music, one for no music. That's not a big sample. I'll probably ask Twitter later because I'm kind of curious. Oh, maybe I should have forced that actually. Oh, are they Burgee Storm? Oh, they're Burgee Storm, I guess. Okay, this is fine. It's just Burgee Storm. It actually makes sense why they didn't do anything on one. They just kept a hand that had no lands. Land grant. Yeah, it's actual Belcher. Which also makes sense why they said go. I think I'm supposed to force a copy actually. gonna pitch Ponder and use the Sylvan to find selection. I'm gonna force the original copy because it prevents threshold. That matters. I have Terminus on the bottom of my deck. Another way to get around this is obviously just like fetch Chandra and manipulate my deck so there's a Terminus in the top 3. What about 8 goblins? What am I supposed to? Oh, so maybe I'm on Terminus or bust. I mean that's obviously possible. I want to strike me at 2. This does not seem like something you. I guess it's okay, but it's really soft to Terminus. And now if I find Terminus, like I'm not even scared. All right, so the Hail Mary is to put these 2 back and just brainstorm on their turn and fetch. Haze of Rage would have been. Wait, was that not the top card? What the fuck, deck? So I guess Brainstorm was the top card? What a tease. Fucking deck failing me. Oh, puts them in my hand in reverse? I don't know. This is where I would put my first card, so it's like. No, the trigger goes on the stack, Ross. Like it doesn't go on the stack, it appears, Ross. A lot of good ones out though. Now the question is, how much am I supposed to respect Danted Swarm? Well, these Shark Typhoons are awful. Does Belcher draw cards? They sometimes play Echo, but this is like better than like these other cards. I kind of think maybe I should just not have Endurance in my deck and be more afraid of Xantid Swarm because it's like kind of free. Because basically, if the game gets elongated, I can just like cast Canonus and like Fluster Storms and Hole Breachers and shit. Oh no, Rod! Shit! Oh no! Did I fuck it? Is it too late? Looks like I might have submitted already. No, you're right. I should have had Null Rod in. It's not Ruby, it's Belcher. They played Land Grant. I think this is better than the other hand. So. Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, obviously, like, by the end of the game, it was kind of weird and hard to tell, but they played Goblin Warstrike and Burning Wish. You don't see Goblin War Strike in most decks. Yeah, I'm gonna regret not having Null Rod in, probably. You're reading Miracle Rules? I see. Wish I had like Gitaxian Probe in this matchup. I just want to know. I just want to know what's going on. It's time for Peak. No, it's not time for Peak. Peak is a much worse card than Gitaxian Probe. Like, significantly worse. Peak plus Meddling Mage. They have 2 4-mana threats, but they have to burn a pedal to cast one of them, so they could also like gamble for Echo. I wonder if they'll do that actually. Yep. Good thing chat did tell me to bring in Null Rod because they're absolutely correct. Null Rod would be really good. Suck. Okay. Do I even care about these? I do. They're just down so much if I kill this. I think it actually is good for what it's worth as well. No, I think it's good because I think the pedal is actually really valuable. The leads are like whatever. I don't even think it's like a matter of temptation or not. I think it's just correct. There. Can you control Z this and have it not bug out? Yeah. Or so a fetch, or it's mostly a fetch turns on my thing. I don't even know what can they even wish for that's threatening for in this board state. Like, did they even have cast a wish? Why did no, because they have an echo in their graveyard. You shouldn't enforce the wish. I absolutely should not do that. There's an echo in the graveyard, discard to the lead. I don't think they can get anything threatening with this wish. I think they gambled for Echo. This doesn't make any goddamn sense, though. Their hand's just Infernal Tutor now. Like, nothing else. Oh, probably. I mean, what does the second Echo do, Eternal Magic BR? Doesn't really do much, right? That's really good. Any blue card's good, but a second Force is probably good because I'm probably just casting Traumatic Visions after Traumatic Visions now, and it's going to be good enough. Time to play Hull Breacher, and the game's essentially over, I think. When it rains, it pours, chat. When it rains, it pours. Saga. I don't think casting anything's good. Well, it's like weird how they tried to bait me too. Or is it fair and balanced magic card? I mean, this matchup it actually is fair and balanced because I don't think the games are generally about Uro, but I see your point. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 20, 24. 24 blue cards. Let me cut some. I was like not that good. Maybe I'll leave in one plow for ending. Enough for Xanted Swarm. It's like not even a lock that they have Xanted Swarm in their deck either, so this is fine. On the play, I would Snapcape this. I should mulligan on the draw. Like, the value of a Force in your opener is so high, especially on the draw. This is it. See you later, Uro. Yeah, I think Canis is still good enough Tartalo. They still have a bunch of, like, you know, Bright of Flames, Anamorphosis, Burning Wishes, and stuff like that. Maybe not Metamorphosis necessarily, but even, like, if they go, like, Land Grant, it just shuts off the chain, you know? And, like, specifically Burning Wish makes it, kind of awkward for them. One key thing about this matchup is like a critical threshold is actually 4 mana. So sometimes you can get them by forcing a ritual that would bring them to 4 and shut off the Terminus that way. Or shut off Empty the Warrens that way. So that's something to be mindful of. I don't know if it's going to happen this game. Might not. Fine. Okay. Land off the top would be decent, especially a fetch. Random brains I'm looking for. If I find a white source, I don't even need to counter that, essentially. Okay, guess I'm not countering it. I think I just redraw only the ending, actually, is how I should play it. Maybe that's crazy, though. No, I'm gonna kill the Xantid Swarm, probably, but... Oh my god, what do I do? I don't know. There's a lot of ways to play that. I'm planning to pitch Jace to Force, which I suspect I'll need to do. I guess I could have pitched Uro to Force as well. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have... No, I mean, I guess having the Uro in our hand, or having the Uro left in our library to draw when I have exactly 3 lands is better than having the Jace left in my library. I guess is the thing you have to think about, and I think that is true. I thought about that was bit. I think this is safer. Plus things can go wrong if you do this. Like, you might just die to Charbelcher if you do that play. Basically, that is, like, something that can happen, is that Canonus is not that safe for a Charbelcher just being cast, you know? That's why I want to hold all my forces, if possible. Yeah, but what if they just, like, hypothetically, suppose they get really lucky and just have a bunch of mana. So let's see. If they have 6 goblins versus my Canis, does that even win? So they can attack me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they can attack for 15. So it doesn't even work really. So I think the Canis is just good enough defense versus that I don't have to actually force. Yeah, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you only take 15 if you just let that go and just play the Canis. So everything works out. I guess because of the Canis, I'm unlikely to need more than 1 force at any point. But should I even brainstorm this turn? Probably not. Yeah, I know, Ross. Dude, Ross, someone was asking me if there was a term for the triangular numbers offset by 1. Like, you just start with 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. And I'm like, no, there isn't, but it's just triangular numbers minus 1. Well, sort of. And I'm just like, it's not a thing special, it's just an offset, you know? Exactly, it's just offset by 1, so like... It would be like coining a new phrase for x squared plus 1 instead of just x squared, and they're like basically the same function, you know? I mean, obviously they're not actually the same function because their zeros are different, but... Yeah, exactly, it's just like... Oh man, they figured out that 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is not good for them. I don't care about that. I'm gonna sit here and wait to draw Null Rod. I'm not doing that. Rengar. I'll let someone else do that and tell me, and then I'll check their work. Probably the important part of that math is that you need at least 5 tokens. Oh yeah, 100 goblins definitely beats it, so nice. JW solved it immediately. Do I even play this Jace? I'll cast Brainstorm now. This land is like pretty awful. That is not bad actually. Wait, the Uro is the way I'm going to eventually win this game. I can still play Canoness because it's an artifact. I would be skeptical that 10 tokens beats a Batter Skull. I mean, maybe on the play it does, actually, but... I think my opponent's really having a fun time here. The chat. Really, they're having a fun time. Oh my gosh. I'm just tightening the iron noose. How I would put it. Get Tundra now. Actually, maybe I should just get another drop. And gamble matters. I'm skeptical that these candidates were actually better than Meddling Mage in this matchup, but maybe they are. I don't know. Anyways, chat, thanks for being here. If you're new to the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do. Just do it. You know you want to do it. While I sit here boring my opponent to death, I guess. Cast gamble and discard Desperate. Pretty sure they did not gamble for Desperate. But I mean, I could still die to like Carbelcher plus Veil technically, right? I don't know. This is like there's ways this can go wrong. I'm kind of hoping to find Null Rod, then that like solves everything, I think. Yeah, Prime check? Did I not click? Oh? I wonder if I'm actually supposed to trade my candidates off. Probably not, but it's something to think about, honestly. Alright, well, now they're dead. Remember when I said... Oh my god. So funny. Oh my gosh. I don't know. With the Null Rod, I think I should just sit here and protect the Null Rod, and they can basically never win. Like, the Null Rod means that, like, Null Rod plus Canis means that if you just counter a ritual per turn, they lose, you know? Kind of funny to think about, obviously, but... I think specifically with the Null Rod, you should not actually trade off your Canonist. I think it gives them more outs to trade if you trade off your Canonist. Not that I mean, I don't really understand what would a winning sequence look like from them now. Anyone have a good idea? Wow, they're trading? I guess that makes sense. Kill all of them. Ponder. Play Null Rod because I can. And they're dead. No, it's non-artifact. Please don't. Don't worry. It's important that I know what's going on, right? Okay. Now we can brainstorm and step. Do I even need to re-Uro? Skeptical I do, but maybe I just will. I'll just non-land to shuffle past the land I put on top. I guess I could have Urrowed that turn, actually. Maybe that's better. I'm not sure any of this actually matters. Like, I have a Null Rod, I have, like... If they somehow remove the Canoness, they can't do anything either. So there's that. This is the longest one. Well, I mean, you're gonna die pretty soon. I don't even think there's anything good they can wish for again, like, to be quite fair. 4 Spirit Guide plus double Sunshock. They got Pyroclasm. That's like a card I really do not care about, actually. Like, honestly, if they Pyroclasm me, they might die even faster to Uro. Is what might happen, but who can say for sure. I think I'm still supposed to counter it, actually, but, you know. Maybe I'm not. Actually, I don't think I am. Because they're dead in 2 to this anyways, and then if they Pyroclasm me, I can just cast all of my counters anyways. So I actually should just let the Pyroclasm resolve. Who gives a fuck? It's like kind of funny. It's nice too. Sure. None of this really matters. I'll discard Uro. Titan of Nature's Wrath. That's where Uro belongs, in the graveyard. That was a lot of turns to take for not much happening. Oh, Magic is fun. Alright. Every match is so exhausting that I have to go get water between every match. So I'll be right back 1 sec for match number 4. We're 2-1. And, you know, thanks for being here. I really appreciate y'all. Life's been tough lately, and you all know that. Be right back. Method ban. Yeah, that sounds great. Join the Discord, message me, and we can work out details for that. Type of exclamation point Discord to get the info. And you can PM me there. And we'll work it out, you know? I'll probably play it next week. Not sure what day yet, but probably next week. All right, match number 4. All right, this is a fine hand. There's like a few issues. Like no cantrips is kind of sad, but I'm definitely not going to mulligan the hand. We have protection from BS, so. I mean, I guess the issue with this hand is that like is dreadfully slow and but I mean the deck inherently is just like kind of a lumbering dinosaur is how I would put it. Do I dare open the chat because my opponent sent me a message? Like half the time it's just someone saying that you got lucky. So I kind of don't want to do it. Yeah, that is the deck. Hmm. I kind of just want to fawn that. I'm thinking about it. I wonder if it's madness. Madness. Two Angie's Ravagers, so it is madness. Unfortunately, Containment Priest does not work versus madness. Great. Ah, yes, the Hollow One experience, the Hollow Vine experience. Pretty dead. So I need to take 9, then I need to peel Terminus, essentially, is how this works. But I needed... Like, I think getting a land first improves my odds. I don't think killing the Basking Roll did very much. Yeah, Dress Down main deck is for constructs mostly. Obviously, this is not the matchup for it. Probably going to side out in this matchup, to be quite fair. Oh, Canonus is much better. You're right. The gamble gets Vengevine, like as an Entomb. I've gambled empty-handed before. It's just Entomb. Oh, I needed to play Plains and Blind Flip. Oh. You're right. You're absolutely right. Oh. Nope, no, you're correct. So should I look at their message? This does work for Svenvine, so I think I should have it in. I wonder if I'm supposed to have Fluster in my deck for their Burning Inquiries or Faithless Leadings. I think I'm probably supposed to if I had to guess. Not sure about explosives. Not the most that is. This is like, I think it's a keep, but it's not like insane, honestly. I don't think Hole Breacher is great. It's like, I think the game ends before Hole Breacher happens most of the time. I'm gonna get Tundra and Ponder though. Like, that's negotiable. We're gonna need a lot of help though this game. Land and Ponder are good. Force is not great. We're gonna end up pitching Jace to Force. Then probably like shuffling. Really could use a brainstorm to put the Terminus back on top though. Because like I think the Terminus being on top of my deck is so much better than the other locations for it. Not gonna force that one though. Might end up regretting it, obviously. The Swing Vista here is real shit. I think I'm supposed to just get an island. Just like YOLO. I think I lose if I draw these cards, so I'm not going to draw them. Like, I think literally what happens if I draw those cards, I like immediately lose the game. So we won't do that. Force is a very out of context draw there. Yeah, it is, but like Force is one of my better draws, I think. I think the easiest way to beat these decks is to just Uro them in the face, you know? I think I'm gonna plow that one actually. I guess I can see if I draw Terminus first. Change of plan, I'll plow that one. Guess not forcing the Putridum turned out to be a mistake. I think I should plow because if I just draw Uro, I'd rather cast it than not. Fuck. The Vista cost me a lot this game, I think. I had to fetch Tundra with the first one, so that was fine. Now I kind of just have to hope their hand's not good. What's the madness cost on Angie's Raptor? Is it 2 in a red or 1 in a red? 1 in a red, shit. 1 in a red is a lot better than 2 in a red here, I think. For obvious reasons. Oh, well, they just played a land, so it's... I don't know, maybe that's a better way to play it than what I did. I'm sympathetic to that idea. But to be fair, like, mana's not good this game. The Vista, like, fucked me, you know? That is, like, a downside to playing Vista. Like, in these matchups, you would rather just, like, have as many duels as you can get your hands on. Because, like, they don't wasteland you, you know? To be fair, any land lets me Jace Brainstorm, which is already... Oh, you cut Vista? Okay, I'm pro that. Like, Vista is, like... Why did they go Hellbent? Okay, so now it means if I do the Jace... Oh, I see. No, this is actually correct. Okay, so now what this means is I'm dead to both pumps next turn. This was literally a turn too late. If I had had a blocker that turn, it would have worked out. But now I'm just like kind of Lou. No, that was good. That was good for them. Fucking Vista. So the problem is they can just pump both of them. Every creature is like 2 power or more. So I die. Even though I have 1 blocker. Yo, thanks for the follows, Solitarix. Good morning. Is it morning for you? Oh, I guess it is. That makes sense. Very motley league so far. Prismatic Vista setting tradition. Vista being terrible. Alright, this is a hiding the chat again. I only opened it last time because of anyways, yeah, Vista sucks. Do I just get basics blind? It's kind of what I hate about this mana base, because, like, if you don't get Trop... Well, the problem is twofold. Like, I want to cast this Harvest on one because it makes sense because of my hand. But A, do I name land or non-land? And B, if I name non-land and I get Wastelanded, it kind of sucks. So I think what I'm going to do is get Trop and name land. But it's kind of like... It's awkward, I think. Their fetch is good, I guess. We're getting close to Uro time. Uro time's like Hammer time, except instead of Colossal Hammer, you put Uro Tide of Nature's Wrath into play. So depths or post? Kind of hope it's depths instead of... Verdant Catacombs looks like depths instead of post, but it could be anything, really. They got... Oh, it could be elves. Boy. Oh, I guess it's just Maverick. Okay. I don't think a single Mother of Runes will kill me, but... Wait, did I reveal Misty? Oh, whatevs. You know about the Misty. Verdant's gone. The Terminus is really good in this matchup. I just have to decide when I want to use it. The real question. I think I can sit on it for a bit. No, it's Maverick. They showed Windswept Teeth and Verdant Catacombs. I think what I'm supposed to do is just let them fetch and then probably just brainstorm, put Terminus on top. Maybe I just let them hit me with Cauldron Complete, actually. I kind of like that more. Sure. I'm just trying to farm as many creatures as possible off this Terminus. So they're deciding whether or not to actually Stoneforge. Okay, I guess they did. Why did they leave that up? What does that mean? Kind of surprised I didn't get wasted. Okay, this is all right. This is great. This is great for me, obviously. Like now, what's gonna happen is all of their shit's gonna be dead. No. Um. I need the Caracas. Or take 6. This is a really, really good terminus for me, obviously. Like, I get basically 4 creatures. I think I'm gonna get planes and just try to fetch a bunch of basics now. Kind of glad they didn't waste me. I'm not sure what would have happened, but clearly, like, I wish I could get another white source that isn't tapped. Still playing Uro. I mean, so they can waste me, but I can start killing their stuff one by one. Because, like, basically I got a really good exchange, so if I just exchange one for one the rest of the game, eventually I think one of my bigger things will kill them. That's the plan anyways. Obviously there's ways this could go south. I am really glad that they didn't waste me last turn, because I think that would have been brutal. So it's probably Noble Hierarch. Birds of Paradise. Right. Looking for some lands. I'm gonna shuffle. Bolt the bird. Plow the bird, I guess, but still applies here. Because, like, they were willing to Zenith for it. So I don't think they have more mana, really. Just gonna get the Jason to play, and then, like, Jace plus, like, all these white cards is really, really hard for them to overcome, I think. I mean, this is, like, good for them, but it's probably not gonna be enough, if I had to guess. What you can also do is Dress Down plus Uro, which is something I talked about already. What's the best way to slice and dice them? I probably should just use Ending and cast Uro off Basic Forest. And if they bog me, so be it. It's fine. still have Force plus pitch cards, so... do I even want to put this into play? Because if they waste it, I don't care. And just having the ability to plow this turn is good. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it. I was just thinking about it, obviously. I mean, here I think my opponent's just kind of dead in the water. The Terminus was just backbreaking. Oh, what's up, Calculoso? Appreciate it. They got GT off this Stoneforge. I even care. Just untap Jay's form. What happens? I don't love Jaces. Got a lot of Jaces. Maybe I should have escaped first, actually. Maybe... Alright, chat. Chat, should I cast Shark Typhoon this game? Should I just do it for the lulz? It's probably, like, actually incorrect to do so. It's almost always incorrect. Alright, I'm not gonna do it, but... I almost debated y'all. Yo, what's up, Montoyo? I think we played recently. I've been playing a lot, as you can tell, because I was looking for a deck I liked. Ross, I'll actually do it next turn, I think. I'm not even joking. I think I will cast it next turn. You didn't even know what I was talking about. I mean, so Pokemon, I think it actually correlates to his deck not having that many win cons. So Shark Typhoon is actually like a win con, you know? Right. Love Shadow Spear. Alright. Okay. I'm giving them an extra life, but I wanted to see if they had like a weird haze creature or some shit. I can't even think of what it could be, but this is fine. Gonna Jace them out of the game. This is for you, chat! This is for you! If you don't love this, go to a different channel! This is for you, chat! Oh no. Hell to the no. I'm not tapping out for another Jace. Alright, chat, that was for you! Mario, it kills constructs. And, like, you know, it pitches to force. And Uro, you know. It works with your own Uro, so I think it does enough that you should play it. I don't think Endurance is great in this matchup. I think you want all of the removal. Pawns are kind of weak, but I'm kind of scared of Choke. Secret Dreadstill tech. I would not put it that way. Alright, I think I'm gonna cut the second Shark Typhoon, chat. I might leave in like one Endurance. But it's really not that good versus them. Like, it doesn't line... The sizing doesn't line up well, I think. Alright. Yeah, it is good with Arrow. That's what I mentioned. Yo, what's up, Sam? How you been? Oh, it lets Uro block culture complete. That's kind of cool. I didn't actually think about that, but that's a good point. All right, I'll definitely have the third dress down in then. I like Priest for Zenith as well, and I obviously all of the removal is good. I'm not sold that I should actually have Fawn in my deck, but I think Fawn is better than the second Shark Typhoon. I don't think you need two Shark Typhoons in this matchup. Anyways, that game was totally decided by that Terminus, I think. It's fine. This is like not the most exciting. I don't care about Endurance Walking Knight. I don't that actually matters, but I could be wrong. Attic T. Probably gonna plow that one off my Caracas, and if they waste it, I'm a little bit sad, but whatever. Maybe I plow it off that one instead then. I mean, I actually would rather get this one get wasted than that one, is what's going on there. Ooh, can't wait to block a true name because of Dress Down. That's scary, actually. That is a nice one. That's like Stomp, you know. It's like you're stomping on the true name. Not that you can actually target true name with Stomp, except by accident, but that is cool. They're waiting a turn to play their thing. Like, alright. So, like, there's a chance that they have Wasteland, but they're just playing it slow. So I think I'm also gonna go a little slow. I'm not forcing the Teague, if anyone was wondering. I don't know. This is like... Kai, this is my fifth match with this particular list, but I think the way you're constructed, it can be difficult to beat things like Field of the Dead and stuff that like tries to go long and grind you on that aspect. So I think it's good. Because I think sometimes you just need some like weird end game finisher that's like Monastery Mentor, but Shark Typhoon's a little bit more resilient than Mentor. So that's my opinion on it. Obviously, like I could be wrong. Well, it's not just field. Like you can get into situations where like someone has like what's the other way of putting it? Like Retrofit or Foundry is going or something like that, you know? And they're not killing you fast, but it's like annoying to kill them with other stuff. Death and tax. Well, the problem with the death and taxes is getting. Hmm. I think that kills me too fast if I let it go. I might have too many lands in my hand to let it resolve. Normally I wouldn't force that, because if I had literally any removal spell, I would just let that resolve, but no. If they have waste plus Teak here, so be it. I think they're just so likely to play Teak this turn that I want to play my Caracas out. On Terminus. It's fine too, actually. The fetch forest off this. Yeah, I don't know. Basically, Typhoon's good when you have time, but you expect your opponent's late game engine to be almost as good as yours, and then Typhoon just like puts it over the top because like you just make a bunch of flying sharks and they die very quickly to it. Yeah, it's end games you don't interact well with, I guess is a better way. Like, I have a suspicion that like Cloudpost falls into that vein. This kind of sucks because like the Jace is valuable, but the Jace also wouldn't survive this board very well, so I think it's just better to that. All right, Terminus, come on, deck, just give me a Terminus. Kind of funny, I guess. Still looking for that Terminus, chat. Still looking for that Terminus. This Mother of Runes is really annoying, but you smite my foe, most vile and verminous. I summon thee, my shining Terminus. Love the rhyme. Thank you for that, Wolf. Appreciate you writing that rhyme out, and I guess you appreciate me saying it. Terminus. Terminus. Thought about it. I don't think I want to. I have a plan, chat. We're gonna play Containment Priest and force them to use their Mother of Runes. Oh, maybe I should have, Sam. Maybe you're right, actually. Probably should have, actually. Wait, no, I suppose. Yeah, I should have. Now it's like kind of awkward, actually, right? I don't really want my top card. I have to get Savannah because that's like the land I can get that makes white and green off of that. Yeah, I think I fucked it. Like, if I just fog them every turn, how do I lose, right? Is the thinking. I think this still works out. They do. That's why I think it's better to do that. Like, now what's going to happen is they're going to bounce with their Caracas. Fine. Oh, maybe I should have fetched away the other one. I probably should have. Whoops. It's a mistake. I have some time, though. Like, 7 is, like, a reasonable amount of life for some. This is not a terribly stable board, though. Yeah, no, I think I should have been fog locking them with the Caracas plus Uro. I think Sam's absolutely right, but it's going to work out fine, I think. Terminus would be good. EE would be good. I would put it on 1, obviously. I have a lot of good draws here, I think. Interesting that they're not playing their line. I guess that's why they didn't want to play their Gadok Teak out. Where's my Tundra? Oh, they wasted it. I really hate this mana base. Someone has to, like, slap Anuraag around. Man is, like, heinous. Like, kind of cold to Wasteland as it is, so. Alright, Terminus! Oh, that ain't it. I think what I'm supposed to do is just start cycling these ways. Measured explosives, I think, is what I want. I don't want to play it this turn because there's the chance that they just, like, peel Night Bottom, where I can play around that. If I just wait a turn, it's just so much better. Like, EE is basically as good as Terminus, but might as well just wait. I think I'm going to actually play the Containment Priest at their end step. They don't do anything. Well, mana creatures don't really count, Lackey, right? Like, they've never counted for, like, the Fires of Yavimaya style of decks, right? Only when, like, Zvi built Bant Mythic did really mana creatures count for damage, you know? I considered it. I think finding, like, actually selecting a card that does something is a lot better, you know? Yo, why are you being a hater of boomers? What did boomers ever do to you? You should read Zvi's My Fires at some point if you want to know what I'm actually talking about. I mean, do I even care about this? Not really convinced I do, to be quite fair. I have 4 endings in my deck, speaking of which. That's why I didn't really think it was going to matter, you know? Wait, Terminus next turn. If they play the Teague, it's slightly problematic. I can use the Crocus to bounce the Teague. Maybe I should just play Jace that turn, actually. Uh, no, I couldn't. Never mind. I don't know. Probably just doing things at random. One, two, three. There's only 3 creatures in the graveyard, so the ult only deals me 3. So it's actually not that bad for me, right? There's only 3 creatures in the graveyard. They, like, literally what actually happened was I've only killed 3 of their creatures? No, I plowed 1, I guess. Oh, Questing Beast was milled. Let's see. So actually, if they played the Teague out, it'll be off the Caracas, so I'll have to plow it. And then I'll untap Terminus, their board away, and then ending that, and then I'll be pretty far ahead. They're gonna, like, say something about milling. I guess they are. My only response to that is shrugs. I don't got it. I don't got a better response, you know? I'm gonna kill the Grist, obviously, with this spell. Which spell? This spell. I guess I can ponder first. Oh, and good. Move, I guess. Not bad. 8, green, blue. This is 2, white, blue, green, applied. Prismatic Ending was a really good pickup, like I said. I think Prismatic Ending is one of the reasons to play this style of deck. It's also looked really impressive in Modern too, which is the other reason I think that. Yeah, I mean, it's why I'm like anti-Kothis now. Kothis like sucks now, which is, you know, for better or worse, it just is, you know. Wait. I do that. Name land because those two draws aren't great. So I can just like skip past a few of them. Good. And a little bit of moto lag too. Oh, Bant takes forever to play. Holy moly. That. We're 3 hours in. I'm only on match number 4. I guess I took some restroom breaks too, though. Whatevs. You have dealt Jace 1 damage. I don't know the location of any of my cards. The Dried Arbor is really not that threatening. No. Arm. Uh, 4-drop win cons are a little bit better, but like you can still get them. I don't know. Like not like completely safe. So for what it's worth, I don't actually have a way to get rid of that Baracus. So what I have to do is probably find Shark Typhoon to kill quickly or use Jace at some point. But that's fine. My plan for Prismatic Muxus as this deck is to go find a different matchup, personally. But yeah, you can do whatever you want, Lackey, I suppose. I'm saving my removal for like real creatures. This like doesn't matter. No. Have one Shark Typhoon. Like this is a situation where I think like you actually probably need Shark Typhoon at some point. Maybe shuffling away the Terminus was loose, actually. What I probably should have done was float it. Why did they leave in Shadowsphere versus me? This is so weird. I don't think a card like actually has text versus me. Like Shadowsphere plus GTA are like kind of bricks. Oh, okay. I guess like they think they're in bad enough shape. I'll let them go to combat because the mana I think matters. But I'm definitely plowing it to save my Jace because I've shuffled all my other Jaces away. Flash pitch them to forces, you know. I have one basic island left in my deck to fetch with this one. And I also... Actually, that's all my... No, there's one more trop besides that. But I don't have that many fetchables left. I guess I'll do the thing that Sam was describing because I think I do need to find a Shark Typhoon. Actually, I probably don't even need to do it yet. I really do want to find a Force of Will, you know? Because I think I definitely could lose to something like Choke. This gets Trop. Basically, everything's dead. I have to make sure I kill within 6 minutes. I am getting a little bit of moto lag, which is kind of irritating, but... I mean, we do, but I would prefer not to use it on that. For 2, sure. Probably scavenging used to eat one of my Uros, but I don't care. I still have 1 trop left in my deck is the key thing, you know? Know the location of it. Good Uro. Did I not use Jace last turn? Ah, shit, I didn't. That's so bad. We did. I did. Too busy, just fucking whatever. That's really funny. I mean, obviously it's like my B. My B. Alright. I have no fetchable lands left. That. Yes, I'll do this. Oh, probably need to save that and say non-land. I don't really care if they like ooze all of those, it doesn't matter. I do need to find this Shark Typhoon, I think, to actually, or I probably can Jace plus my opponent out once I have like 7 removal spells and counters in hand, but I'm not plussing until like I'm sure that I can survive like 6 turns in a row of them top decking good cards. This is just too hard otherwise. Sure. Very important I cast Plow right now. So I will. I've used 2 forces, there are 2 left. Or there's 1 here. I've used a force of negation, so there's 2 force of wills left in my deck, and they're like reasonable draws. So look for Shark Typhoon. Those are not Shark Typhoon. Alright, I guess 1 force of will. That force of will makes me want to do the thing. I'll just discard arrow. I hope missing that Jace use doesn't cost me. I don't think it will, but it could. It'd probably like I could probably let it resolve and just ending it, but I don't know. There's probably some obscure thing that punishes me for that. I'm just gonna shuffle because my top card is bad. Oh, that probably does it. Don't think that actually matters either. Probably better than a land, though, is the real thing. Just gonna counter all their spells until they're dead. Oops. Oh, that's the Containment Priest that I Terminused away, I guess. So it's back in my deck. That's funny. That means I don't have to counter any Green Sun's yet. 12? Minus 12. No. Why would they? Roaming around, you can ult J swooping on yourself like a bunch of times if you need to. You can ult Jace on yourself. Like, this used to happen in the Cobblade Mirrors in Standard. Like, I would just get to 8 cards and start looping Jace ults on myself, you know? We found the Terminus, yeah. I mean, I do have Shark Typhoon in my deck. I probably could have beat them down with damage just by, like, casting, like, a bunch of, I don't know, spells. I'm on time pressure because my moto's lagging. I don't know. Like, I don't think it actually takes that long to do that stuff, though. If moto didn't lag, like, every 20 seconds, like, when I was, like, doing a game action, it wouldn't be even close. Like, the end game execution is not very difficult there, in my opinion. Alright, so 3 and 2. The matches I lost do not seem close, but I lost the first match to bad mana. In the fourth match, I kind of think, like, it's just a volatile matchup. Like, Terminus is really good versus that deck, too, but it kind of has to be in a very small window of time, like versus the Madness deck. Oh yeah, I could just make a big shark with... Once I find Shark Typhoon, I could just ending for the maximum to make a huge Shark Typhoon token. You're right. Devilish Greg. I could just, like, start casting all my spells to make big sharks. 2.5 minutes is quite a bit of time, like, once you're stable. It, like... I don't know, the game's... How do I put it? The games don't take that long to, like, actually finish out, you know? You just, like... You just cast your Shark Typhoon, then you just cast a bunch of spells, and a bunch of sharks happen. It's just that I only left in one Shark Typhoon, it wasn't in, like, my top 54 cards or whatever. Modulo, like, a bunch of fetch shuffles, too. You know? So I had to kill them with Jace instead. It's also because I don't think Endurance is great in the matchup, but maybe I could have just left one in. I don't know. I don't think I would ever lose to decking I don't think I would ever lose to decking there. Yeah, I mean, like, the strategy at the tactics by that point are not very difficult. It's just getting to that point where you're stable is the difficult part of the deck, you know? Like, once I'm there with Jace and infinite removal spells, I don't think that's the hard part of the game. Like, that's just like textbook. Roaming around, I understand your point. Then I would have just found my Shark Typhoon instead. And just, like, cast a bunch of spells. Like, do you agree that that was pretty easy for me to do if I wanted to do that? And it probably kills my opponent in 2.5 minutes because I just, like... Because you can just ending for, like, X equals, like, 10, and you have an 11... You have a 10-10, or an 11-11 Shark, and they were at, like, 23. I already had a 2-2. So it only takes, like, 2 attacks? It's just killing them with Jace was faster because they were playing their cards out. I would just adjust my strategy, I don't know. I guess that's what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow playing Vintage Doomsday tomorrow morning. If you enjoyed that, you should come for that.